Welcome. Fine, you be the announcer. Welcome back to Patapots podcast. I'm James, playing Banjo-Kazooie. On the big face. Such a big face.
I am Mitchell.
I'm Connor.
Steven Still.
Scott.
Fuck
I'm
that.
Gwen.
Scott.
Isn't Steven Stills a character in Scott Pilgrim?
Probably.
Yeah, I think he is.
He's the gay guy, so it suits you perfectly.
Thank you.
So this is the next level.
We've done this song and dance before, guys.
Yeah, see. Alright, so we're playing Banjo-Kazooie again.
It's a beautiful picture you're making there, by the way.
Hey, Steve, how's Mark?
So you build the jigsaws of the locations, and you get to go to the locations?
Yeah.
So I'm starting to learn more about this game.
Did you never play it?
I've never played a Banjo and Kazooie.
I've never played it either.
I played Croc, Legend of the Gobbos, when I was...
Was that made by the same people?
Oh, you're going to be happy. No, I don't think it was, but it is a very similar style.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit younger than you guys. All I played was Crash Bandicoot.
I never played this.
No, I did
played
play
Crash Band. I never had
Spyro.
a Nintendo 64.
Oh yeah, Spyro.
I watched a
Nin-
friend play this.
Nintendo 64s were before my time, so
Yeah.
I sort
They
of...
were during my time, but I was a PlayStation 1 kid.
Yeah, true that. My first console was a PlayStation 1. My parents didn't want to get me the 64, but I was definitely in that age gap to get it. I'm like, 64?
Actually, you might
Give me some of that Mario.
Yeah. But no, we started with the PlayStation, yeah.
Actually, I lied. My first console was the Super Nintendo, the SNES.
SNES.
Yeah, the SNES. I didn't say it right. But we only had like 2 games because we were pretty poor. So I just had Super Mario World, which is a fucking great game.
Yeah, you can spend so long in
Yeah,
that game.
I actually went back and
This
completed
is one of
it
the
other day.
scariest things that I find about this particular level is the shark snacker. Because you're just like swimming around, it's like impossible to get... Oh! What the fuck?
Get out! Get out!
Love how he talks to you, like, lovely.
I'm
And,
taking
like-
a nibble out of you.
He'll keep there, and then he'll fade away. But like, because there's this guy, the Ginger, that you need, and he's all like, oh no, oh god.
Just commit and
Get
get
him.
him.
Get him! Go!
Nah, you got a chunk out of here.
Lovely.
Also,
He's
this,
Taking a bite out of you.
He's such a polite shark.
this camera controls. This level was
Like,
like
does he appear in that little...
no, not this. Just
Okay.
on the outside. So he's like the level edge. Also, there's this thing, which in the 360 version is up, but in the original N64 version, they had a plan to do a stop and swap feature.
What does that mean?
So you were actually supposed to take out the N64 cartridge and put in the Banjo-Tooie cartridge,
Oh, okay.
and it would like you kept it on, but it would like cause damage, which is why they never implemented it. And like you were supposed to be able to like trade data, so like there's these eggs that you were supposed to unlock stuff in Banjo-Tooie.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Whoa, wait, so they were trying to do Pokemon... what they do with the Pokemon garden things, where they...
Did you just make that thing explode by throwing eggs in it?
Well, it was a sea mine.
What's this Pokemon thing I've never heard of?
Well, it's how people get their Pokemon from each different game. Like it's how you have like a Charizard in like Pearl or something.
Yeah.
Generational swapping.
Yeah.
I thought
I
that
feel
was
like just
done
getting
by-
2 games, you just trade them up. Like, isn't that how you do it?
I thought that was
No,
done
no,
by
like-
a cord.
Because there was
Yeah.
always a way to transfer from one generation to the next generation, but not like 2 generations. So I'm pretty sure there's at least one person out there who's played the original Pokemon but still has their favorite Pokemon from that game in the current generation.
Oh,
Of
so
course,
they've had to have every single game to upgrade? Or?
Maybe I don't.
No,
I don't
yeah,
know
certain
how
games
this-
are compatible with different ones.
Yeah, I don't know how that wizardry works. I never did it myself.
But yeah, what was your like favorite childhood game, Mitchell?
Spyro.
Spyro?
Spyro.
Which one? Like, there was 3 of them.
It wasn't Year of the Dragon. It was one with Ripto.
Ripto's Rage?
Ripto's Rage.
Yes.
I
Oh,
love
that...
that midget.
I love Hunter in that game. He was so funny.
You guys are going to call me a filthy casual, but I wasn't allowed a video game console until I was 9.
You filthy casual!
Casual.
It's okay, Scott.
My first console was a PlayStation 2.
My first console was an Xbox.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
console.
I'd say the
I
PlayStation
agree.
2 is probably a great entry point for someone who wasn't like
Yeah.
able to have I'd say that's like the last best console. Like, if anyone had like an Xbox 360 as their first console, they were probably just a spoiled kid or something like that. I'm just like, I'm not generalizing here, but like, I feel like games just kind of got to a different level when it got to the Xbox 360 point, where it was kind of like PlayStation 2 point was just like classic 90s kid.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Which is kind of douchey in its own point, but like...
You don't say.
Yeah, I know, but like...
Reblog if you're a hashtag 90s kid.
It's definitely changed.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, gaming between the PS2 era and like the Xbox 360 era. It's kind of like kids were like spoiled for choice. Rather than with PS2, it's like there were only really a couple of good games, and then everything else was pure shit to a certain point.
Alright, yeah.
I see what you mean. They had more options. They were like, oh yeah, everyone has to get this game. Like Ratchet and Clank and like the Jacks. They were really solid games that people enjoyed in that era.
Alright, so we're going to run out. Oh, sorry, James.
I'm pissed because the new Ratchet and Clank movie is going to be out in like America at the end of April. Dating this because
it's coming out in the end of July here.
Yeah.
Because of school holidays. James and I looked it up the other day.
Oh, bullshit!
I know!
We receive the short end of that stick every time. Like,
we do.
Fire Emblem? So bad.
Yeah, but that's a clusterfuck anyway.
No, I wouldn't say that.
The movie Up
Awakening was terrific.
How long was the difference between the American release and the Australian release?
Pixar's Up.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm pretty sure the American film was released in like April or May, and in Australia it was released in August.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing it in August, and I remember being really disappointed that it wasn't out of the cinemas when all the Americans had seen it.
Very rarely do we get it first, unless it's a global release because of time differences. We usually get it a couple of hours before.
I love that.
But The Dark Knight, I remember we got it like a couple of days before. I think it was because it was Heath Ledger.
Yeah,
Australia.
but I think it's also it's like an international box office sort of thing. They know that it's going to make more money overseas than it does in domestically, so they release it overseas first. It's the same thing happened with the Hobbit movies.
Okay.
Because those big tentpole blockbusters generally make more money overseas ever since Jurassic Park.
James!
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
That's just a little bit of a, I don't know, economics history lesson.
Bit of film history here and there.
But, back to childhood games. We should go around and say.
Yeah, what was everyone else's
favourite?
favourite?
Yeah.
So we had Spyro,
Rifto's Rage.
Rifto's Rage.
What about you, Connor?
I kind of had two, and that was from the point of having Super Mario World being the only game I had as a kid, and some other piece of shit that I'd never touched because it was horrible. And that was just a classic game. It works perfectly still to this day and stuff. And I'd say on PlayStation 1 would have to be Crash Bandicoot. Yeah. Or actually, I'm going to go with Ratchet and Clank. Was actually one of my most played favourite childhood games. I played that for so much, got every sequel, and just like, I think I clocked all of the games. One of the only games I ever clocked, because I'm horrible with that stuff. So yeah. So those are three. Not one, but I got greedy. So.
All about you, Connor.
Here I'm
Classic
sitting with my
Connor.
one. I want to put in a couple of other games.
Get the fuck out, bitch!
We're out of time for today.
Alright, James. Hit us up.
Well, I can't even remember. Like Pokemon Blue might have been one of the first games that I got that I actually played. And like we were all Nintendo kids in my house. So I got a lot of good Nintendo 64 games. I fucking love Ocarina of Time. The Legend of Zelda game. Even though it took me forever to actually like finish the game because when I was really young I got stuck in the forest temple.
Yeah, there, buddy.
That was like the first time that I played it, and I had to like play my cousin's version of it before I got it myself. That and like the Banjo games and Ratchet and Clank later on. But
God, we were saying Connor got greedy.
Well,
Tell us your life story, James.
Here I'm sitting with Ripto's Rage.
No, I was just gonna have one. Holy fuck! Let me just get my list.
Stephen, you're next in line. So
Okay, well,
You're
As I was
allowed
going
to
down the
say-
circle, I had to think about it, but my favourite game would probably have to be
This is going to be a catastrophe, isn't it?
Crash Team Racing.
I love that game.
I was going to say that.
Well, too bad. We should race that
Say
too.
the same game, like it's
no,
not
no.
a monopoly on whose favorite game is which.
It's my favourite game. You can't have it. Get out of here.
No, now I have to say one different, and I was tossing up anyway.
And I might have to say like Jack and Daxter also had a huge influence.
Oh no. Get out of there!
Oh, you're screwed. That shark couldn't get you.
Cheese and crackers.
Everyone I know is a huge Ratchet and Clank fan. Like, you guys were like, yeah, Ratchet and Clank, but I was a Jack kid.
Yeah, I was a Jack kid as
What?
well.
I love Jack.
What I love about the Jack and Daxter games and the Ratchet and Clank games, like, they were actually developed in the same room or, like, in adjoining rooms, so they have, like, a lot of crossover.
Oh, yeah, I know you can see them in the game.
Yeah, like, Jak and Daxter, I think Jak 2 and Jak 3 have...
Unprofessional.
Tell me about it.
They actually have, like, Ratchet and Clank ads in them, and there's, like,
Oh yeah.
skins in Ratchet and Clank games for Jak and Daxter.
Yeah. I remember because like with those kind of games, I was always too poor. Well, not too poor, but like I was always had the choice of having one or the other. So it's like I think a lot of kids had that problem where they never got to play its like counterpart. Where there's a lot of games that do have counterparts, like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot. I'd say are both counterparts, same as Jak and Daxter and Crash Bandicoot. So
Yeah, true, I know what
that's
you
the
mean.
point I'm making.
You get one or the other, you're like, no.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It was like Xbox and PlayStation, like, you only have one of them as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Kind of like Mario and Sonic.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. I know
Yeah,
a lot
true.
of people that are devoted Sonic fans and a lot of people that are devoted Mario fans.
Because they
So
gotta
then
go
the-
fast.
Those punks teamed up and
Well, Mario's an annoying little fuck, so...
The thing is, Sonic games got shit and Mario games
yeah.
stayed the same.
Oh,
Generally, unless it's like Super Mario games.
you are so fucked.
That's
Now,
shy,
fucking
is
run,
in
man.
jail.
You don't
He's coming for your
Oh, God.
ass.
How about you, Scott?
lovely.
What are your childhood games?
From the PS2.
They're totally different from any of yours.
That's
That's
fine.
alright, that's good.
Just show why you
Um,
love them.
Tony Hawk's Underground 2.
Oh, that's way too different.
Fuck off with your
yeah.
diversity.
I'm pretty sure everyone had a Tony Hawk game in their past.
Yeah,
I didn't-
Obsessed.
I remember playing that.
I-
game.
I got all of them because I love them all so much up until Project 8.
Yeah, I remember I was super excited for that, and then I was like, "This is pure shit."
Yeah, it was
Pure
disappointing, especially compared to American Wasteland, where you can
Yeah, that was
you could do
great.
parkour in that game.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
Hardcore parkour!
Watch me combo without board with wheels.
Flips are flipping fun.
There's flips are not parkour.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I was 9.
Double kill.
Shut up.
That was smooth.
Yeah, very.
Cool. So,
Alright.
series.
I also liked the early. I also liked the early GTA games.
Yeah.
The 3
The
series.
two, the 2D
Oh, yeah.
ones, because I remember playing one of the 2D ones.
No, the 2D ones were horrible. The controls are terrible. I mean the 3D ones.
I was
Yeah,
like
like
7,
from
I didn't care.
number 3
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, you mean
Number 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and then Liberty City Stories and Vice City
I'm the
Stories.
kind of kid that made the mistake of playing Silent Hill at age 8 and becoming emotionally and psychologically scarred.
That is a. How did you even get access to that game at 8?
Piracy.
Yeah!
It was a different time back then.
Where wild young men sailed the 7 seas
Alright, Gwenny
of
Gwen,
the web.
hit us up with your
not least.
already ripped off favourite game.
I don't know, I think I've decided on Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
fancy.
That's very,
BioWare.
very complex.
Yeah.
Well,
RPG.
That game legit told me to read. So,
See, like when I was a kid, I just completely avoided games like that.
Yeah,
Anything
true.
to do with words, I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not in school. I'm not reading this shit.
Have you remember like the old games where you have to like type out your action?
Yes!
Oh my god, I would never play that when I was little. I'm like, stay away from that.
well, I kept watching my dad play it, and I was like, hey, can I play that? And Dad was like, no, because you can't read.
And you're like, fuck you, I'm gonna learn everything.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
This guy.
I played it, and at first I was like, "Oh, Dad, can you read it for me?" And he was like, "No." So I was like, fine, and taught myself how to read with it.
To be honest, that's fair enough because he would be technically playing the game. It's like, what do I do now? You're like, oh well, now you got to type in this.
Well, you don't have to type it in KOTOR.
Oh no, there's some games where you like type in the actions you want to do.
Well, yeah, but not Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh,
Aren't
yeah,
there dice
yeah.
rolls?
Well,
Well,
there's
you
an
don't roll any dice, but there are dice rolls.
yeah, there's an under.
That's
the,
what I meant,
There's
dice
like
rolls.
an under the counter type system where they do that, but it's no different from other RPGs. Oh, Baldur's Gate as well.
Isn't that
I
a really
still
recent
can't
game?
play Baldur's Gate.
What?
I try my hardest.
Wasn't that released on the PS3?
No.
Are you an idiot?
No, I'm just ignorant.
You having
Please
a laugh?
elaborate.
Baldur's Gate was like 98.
I think you're thinking of number 2.
Oh!
Number 2 was like
Shit.
2000.
They have some
Okay,
I
Alright.
mimics.
thought I saw it at EB Games once.
No, they did an enhanced edition recently, so that could be what
That
you're
explains
thinking
it.
of.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of as well, actually.
Yeah.
So we've reached about 15 minutes about talking about nothing. I think it's a good time to finish today's episode. So thanks for listening, children, and we'll
See you on
Please,
the flip side.
children, don't watch this.
if you've got any comments
Fucking-
on the total of 3 videos we've got. I screwed that up completely.
Way to screw the pooch.
Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Leave that awkward moment with Connor on there forever.
Have a good evening.
Everyone heard that Blizzard was doing a new property. Everyone was like, hot diggity damn, it's Blizzard.
Well, the thing is,
Which is fair because
It's
No,
Blizzard.
I'm not saying
on the
that's
whole
bad.
they make excellent games.
I love Blizzard.
Yeah.
the thing is,